This is the third tutorial in the series on Pong. And in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to put in a score, and I'm going to show you how to keep track of that score once one of the players has lost. On the right hand side there's a text tool. You're going to need to use that. I've already created these, but you can create two text objects. And the trick here is that you need to give them an instance name, and you need to change them here from static text to dynamic text. Once you've done that, the rest of what we're going to do today is in code, and once again I've written the code in advance. You'll notice the first change that I've made is I've made P1 score equal to 0. And this is going to be the variable that lets me keep track of player 1's score. In move ball, I've added one small thing. What this is doing is, this part of the code, if you remember from the last tutorial, is what happens when the ball hits the left wall. And so we move it back into the center, we set serve to true, etc. Now I'm adding this piece of code that says P1 score plus plus. What that says is we're going to add 1 to the value of P1 score. Once we've added 1 to P1 score, then the next thing I'm going to do is change the dynamic text to, so write score.text is equal to P1 score. So it's equal to the updated score. The last thing that I've changed is in the game loop. And in the game loop, this is a minor change, but what I'm doing here is I am adding a stopper to my paddle. So what this does is this makes it so that the paddle can't go off the screen. What I would challenge you to do is take this, what I've done here, and try to come up with a way to, instead of stopping the paddle at the bottom of the screen, to make it wrap around. So basically go from the bottom back to the top, or from the top to the bottom. The way that I've done that is I've said if P1 up, so if the button is being pressed, and this is true, and the left paddle, its Y value is greater than 0. So as long as it's not off the top of the screen, then we are going to subtract 5 from it. The reverse of that is as long as P1 down is being pressed and the left paddle's .y is less than 318. And I'm going to show you how I came up with that number. So 318 is, the whole stage is 400 pixels deep, and then the paddle is 82. So I'm taking 400 and I'm subtracting 82 to come up with the number that I need. So that's the same kind of offset problem as we saw in the first tutorial with the ball. So now if I run this, I have a ball in the middle. If I hit the space bar, everything moves. If I go up to the top, I'm still holding the Q button, but it's not letting me go. And I'm going to miss this time, hopefully. I miss. This team gets a point. This side gets a point, and the ball goes back to the middle, ready for the next serve. So that's really the end of Pong. What you're going to have to do from here is make the right side work properly, and I would challenge you to try to come up with a way to make the paddle actually move from the top of the screen here down to the bottom. Thanks for watching.